1 cup of mayonnaise, guys. Now we're going to blend this up real good. Alright guys, so this is what we're looking for. It's creamy. There's not very many big old lumps in there. And at this point, you're going to add 1 can of mild Rotel, and you're not going to drain it. Just add it to the mix. Go ahead and blend that up. Now you're going to want to add your green onions. The recipe calls for 1 cup, which was about 2 sticks of green onions. But I did a little bit more than a cup because I really like the green onions. So, in the pot that goes. Get a blend. Okay, now you're going to want to add your tiny shrimp. We are using 2 cans of tiny shrimp, and I've already drained them, and you're going to want to wash them in cold water. Go ahead and add that to the mix. Now, these were hard to find, y'all. They disappeared. I don't know what happened after COVID, but I have been looking for these for 2 years. Finally, I got online and looked, and they were at a Walmart like 3 towns over from me. So, I picked up all 5 cans they had, because I knew I'd be making this again. Alright, now blend that up. Beautiful. Now you're going to want to add some Tony Chachere's to the mix, or your favorite Cajun seasoning. I like Tony's. And this is just to give it a little bit of spice. Not too much, because we don't know who all is going to be eating this tonight. I'm bringing it to a Christmas party at my pastor's house. And the church is going to be there, and we got some people, and I don't know if they can have salt and all that, so I'm just going to be a little light with the Tonys this go around. Alright, so now that you got that blended up, it's time to get your gelatin made. Now, the gelatin, we're going to need to mix that with 1/3 cup water. We're going to need 3 packs. And once you get to this step, guys, you have to be quick because you don't want this to set. So I'm going to set this aside, because what we need to do now, this is a shrimp mold. And let me move this big bowl out the way and show y'all how it works. I don't even know if you can find these. I had to go get this from my mother-in-law, because I've been making it. And now if you can't find this, I had been using a bundt cake pan. It was just a little not as pretty when it came out. But this here is so awesome. So you got this section, and you're going to pour your mixture in here when we get it finished mixing up. And when you're ready to serve it, I have this pretty glass platter with some Christmas decorations that I found at Goodwill yesterday. And you're just going to, we'll pretend like that's it. You're going to flip it upside down on that, and you would remove this middle portion, and that will cause the mold to slip right on out. And then you're going to be left with this beautiful Christmas wreath looking mold here. Alright, let's get the gelatin made and get this, we want to put some mayonnaise in the inside of this to make sure that nothing's going to stick. Like if you were greasing a pan, we're just going to brush a little bit of mayonnaise in there. Let me get that done. Right, guys, I got my 1/3 cup of water ready to go. Everything you need needs to be ready at this point. There's no time to waste, especially today because it's super cold down here. So I rinsed off my blade things from my mixer, and I'm going to use that to really fast. We're going to go ahead and add this gelatin to this warm water, 1/3 cup warm water, and we're going to go ahead and give that a little mix, just like that, and we're going to go into the bowl immediately with it. And you're going to go ahead and start mixing that, and you want to make sure this part is blended very well. So make sure you just keep on mixing till you're satisfied that you got that blended up in there. We want to do this fairly quick because we want to get it in the bowl before it sets. It's already getting thick. I can feel it. I'll cut my mixer up to high and work the edges and work the middle and stir. Give the bowl a spin. Definitely thickening up. Alright guys, I feel like we're about there. Just for safe making, we're just going to keep doing it for a minute. Alright. Yummy, pink, goopy looking stuff. It's going to be delicious. Alright, I dropped a little bit in my bowl when I was trying to maneuver it. Alright, now we're going to want to get it in here. Now, I've already put the mayonnaise in here, and as you can see, you can't really see it in the bowl. If you put it too heavy, it's going to be on the outside of your mold, and it's not going to be very pretty. So at this point, you're just going to want to fill the mold, or your bundt cake pan if you couldn't find a mold. I had no idea where to find these. Thank gosh, she had two, and I was able to get one from her. Alright, just carefully get that all up in there, around the middle piece, like so. Scrape out all of these leftover pieces. You don't want to waste none of that. It's so yummy. Now, we like to eat this with crackers. It's like a finger food, you know. It's like almost like a cheese ball would be, but not. It's not cheese at all. Well, no, that's a lie. It's cream cheese in there. It's cream cheese. That's a cheese. Alright, so now you got it in there. You're going to want to smooth it out. Make it look even and pretty. And I always like to tap it. Just to... Oop, I want my cutting board. Just to make sure it's in there good and solid and even. Alright, so at that point, I like to taste it, and it's got a good flavor. I did well. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of Tony's here on the bottom. This is the bottom half, so when it's like opened up, this will be on the platter. I will also sprinkle a light sprinkle of Tony's on the top. Alright guys, shrimp mold. Now you're going to put it in the refrigerator. And my Christmas party is tonight around 6, and it should be fully set and ready to go. It's around 11 here. I think it's around 11 now, so there you go. Shrimp mold.